Hello, my lovelies. Let's see what we have going on for you for the weekend. It's a full moon on Friday. So let's see. Hopefully, you're not raging. It's in the sign of Aries. That is the god of war. So be careful of the company you keep. Be careful of people around you. Everybody's going to feel a little bit crazy. Everybody's going to feel a little bit rager. So be careful of that energy. Let's see what else we have going on for you for the weekend. What do we need to know for the fire signs? Aries, Sag, and Leo. Dropped it. All right, card that fell out. Have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Go eat a fucking taco. So don't forget to eat. I do that sometimes when I'm really busy. Definitely make that a priority. It's going to help keep your temper in check on Friday. What else do we need to know? Detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. So you need some tacos and smoothies in your life, and you need to detox. You need to get rid of all the negative shit in your life. Don't believe every shitty thought that you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. So really, it's time to detox. It's time to let go of the negative mindset. Let's get one more for the fire signs, two more. Ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. It's time to listen to a damn professional. Anywhere that fits. So I feel like if you're dealing with a lot of toxicity in your life, it's time to actually let go of some of these things and be fucking grateful. Shit could always be so much worse, and it always could. So definitely count your blessings this weekend. All right, fire signs, Aries, Sag, and Leo. What do they need to know for the weekend? What's going on? All right. It looks like you have a lot of abundance coming, or a lot of a wish fulfillment could be trying to finally, they're giving me the words track you down. So it's like the blessing is coming and you can't avoid it. It's coming for you. It's going to find you. It's going to help to get you out of this negative mindset where you feel like you have to hoard resources. For some of you, it could even be a new job opportunity that's divinely guided. So don't doubt your abilities. I feel like you've already planted seeds, or you soon will, to try and make these things go forward. You might need some time alone. You might need to really do some inner work, some soul reflection, some shadow work, and maybe you just need a break from all the chaos and you need some time alone. I do feel like part of that could have to relate to love, or you want to create something. And I feel like if you have found your person, that this is an opportunity for you to be grateful for everything that you do have. I also feel like for others of you, you need to nurture some things. And some of that might just be yourself, especially you Aries, that you're going to be in this kind of crazy energy for the next couple of days as this full moon kind of goes through your sign and exits out the other side, that you are going to have to really kind of prioritize what it is that you want to do going forward, what you want to let go of, and what you actually want to nurture. So those are going to be really important for you going forward. That's what we have for Aries, Sag, and Leo. All right, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What do we have going on for you for the weekend? What do you need to know? Love. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. So maybe you're neglecting that in your life right now. Maybe you need to give yourself some love. Maybe you need to show it to others. Maybe you need to get some affection and some love. What else do we have? Make better fucking choices. If you're pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. So listen to common sense, listen to your intuition, and stop making choices that don't agree with you going forward. Stop talking. It's time to shut your mouth and listen. Sometimes we need to actually actively listen. So, not just, oh, I heard it, but did you hear it? Did you receive the message that's trying to come through? Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. I feel like that's really important, that if it's not reciprocal energy, then we've got to stop giving our time and our energy to people who don't invest in us as well. What else do we need to know? Don't believe every shitty thought that you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. So, again, trust your intuition. I feel like that's going to be huge for you this weekend. And that if you don't like what things are going on in your life, then you need to make some better choices and stop taking yourself on that journey. All right, what does Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio need to know? You do have a victory coming. So, some sort of long fought battle is coming in as a victory for you, some sort of reward, recognition being cast in the spotlight, that you are finally starting to be noticed for what it is that you bring to the table. So that could be in a love situation, that could be anywhere in your life. But I feel like right now your guard is super high, and maybe it's not unwarranted, that maybe this is something you need to have your guard up, or you need to be cautious with who you trust and who you let in, because you haven't made the best choices this far. So maybe that is a warranted thing. Let your guard down slowly over time after you know that it's safe to do so. All right, so you need to use some logic, or you could be struggling with an authority figure. You may need to listen to this person, especially if they're like your boss or something, that you might need to actually start actively listening to what's going on and pay attention to the things that are really, really necessary. I feel like you've been in the stuck, stagnant energy when it comes to love, especially, and that this is something you have the ability to change, but you've got to change your viewpoint. I feel like you're really investing in something that's dead end right now, and that there's no real forward movement because you haven't made the choice to go forward. So if that pertains to you, I feel like you need to really see the bigger picture and change your perspective on things in order to gain some momentum. But it does look like not only do you have a victory coming, that you have a bunch of abundance coming for you. So this is generational wealth, and that comes out with don't believe every shitty thought that you have. Sometimes before we get our manifestations, we have to believe that it's possible before we will actually see it come to fruition. So you do have a victory starting out your weekend, and you do have the 10 of Pentacles. So that tells me that anything is possible if you put your mind to it and you're willing to do the hard work. Shift your perspective, brainstorm a little bit, come up with some creative ideas. I promise it will be a success this weekend. All right, my air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What do we have going on for you this weekend? Air signs. Ooh, what do we need to know? Fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. So, do you owe yourself an apology? Do you owe someone else an apology? Sometimes that can go a long way with really smoothing some things over. So, if somebody is owed an apology, including yourself, now's the time to do that. Some good shit is about to happen, so don't let your issues fuck it up. They're giving me the word distrust. So, it's almost like you distrust that some good shit is going to happen. Shift your mindset. I feel like that negative, pessimistic outlook is definitely not helping the situation. Stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. So maybe we have to realize that sometimes the problems that we're facing are kind of minuscule, or that they're not as big as we make them out to be. Sometimes we really need to just kind of cut ourselves a break and stop obsessing about the things, especially if you can't change them. U equals tight ass. It's time to loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. So you might also be really obsessing about financial issues. If you can't fix it, you're going to have to brainstorm and come up with a new opportunity or a new way of conducting business in order to change the game. Maybe it's changing jobs. Maybe it's apologizing to somebody who could help you. Whatever the situation is, I feel like you just need to believe that some good shit is coming for you, and get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you are fucking tired. Face to pillow now. I do believe the full moon is actually going to affect Libras as well. I'm not an astrologer, so don't you shoot the messenger, but it's cardinal sign. So I can't remember if Libra is a cardinal sign or not, but this is something that's going to affect most of us, and that it could be a rager, that a lot of people could really be dealing with negative emotions. We're trying to release things because it's a full moon, but a lot of these things that we've repressed are coming to the surface because they need healing in order for us to grow, change, and transform. So there might be some things coming to light. I do feel like you're going to need to stop obsessing, and that you're going to need to actually apologize if it's warranted somewhere, but know that some good shit is going to come out of it. All right, what else do we need to know for the air signs? Yeah, watch out for your tongue. Watch out for being really ruthless, the King of Swords. That there could be some corruption, or that there is that there's a lot of just like disgust coming to the surface is what's coming out. I feel like whoever this is, it's something to do with business. So it could be a coworker, could be a boss, but watch out for corruption. I said it was the King of Swords. It's actually the King of Pentacles. So definitely some business things could be coming to the surface. Maybe there's a lot going on at work that just doesn't sit right with you, and that's going to need to be addressed, but maybe not to under the full moon. I was going to say tomorrow because I'm recording this the day before you'll see it. So, under the full moon, I feel like is not the best time to necessarily approach these topics. If it's unavoidable, you're going to have to try and do it in a diplomatic way. You need to watch out for how you speak to people and how you conduct yourself in business so things don't go chaos for you. And we do have the King of Swords. So definitely be cautious of people who could be corrupt. You want to watch out for people who could really kind of manipulate the situation to benefit them as well. Use your use your logic. Sorry guys, I have hiccups. All right, Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like this is an opportunity for you to actually heal some things, especially in a work situation or financial situation. So stop obsessing about the things you can't change and focus on healing. Focus on practical matters. Focus on what you can actually control. You will see the reward, but I feel like you're going to kind of pinch pennies right now, or that you're worried about an investment that you have, that you want to see the reward and maybe it hasn't happened yet. So some patience is required. All right, we have, let's see, what is this? The Page of Pentacles. So I feel like there is some new energy that's coming in, but I feel like you're very impatient. I feel like this is something that you're trying to rush the situation, and that if you get some sleep or you get some rest, it's kind of like sleep on it. Don't just, pull the trigger right now. Get some rest and figure out a game plan. Think about it. That's your strong suit. All of you air signs, your logic is your strong suit. So I feel like that's important, that you need to heal this by using logic, that you can come up with a solution to get out of these corrupt situations, that you can go towards something that's very rewarding, and that you might have to invest some time or some planning into this. So don't rush your decision. That's going to be huge for you. Don't let the full moon kind of trick you into going, it has to happen right this second. Think about it before you make any sort of action going forward, and that's going to help you avoid any disasters. All right, last but not least, my earth signs. What's going on for you this weekend? What messages need to come through? Time to let go and move the fuck on. So there's something that you're holding on to that it's probably past its expiration date and you need to let it go. Whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. So I feel like you're kind of on the fence about something, that you're trying to make a decision on whether to let it go or not, and that it might be not the right time to do that, but that you do need to let something go. You are the best thing that has ever happened to you. So go easy on your ass and buy your own damn drink. Maybe you need to celebrate how far you've come. I also feel like this is something that you're trying to really let go, so maybe drinking isn't the best option for you. It's time to make better fucking choices. If you're pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. So make wise decisions. I feel like you could have a lot on your plate right now, and that you're really contemplating what to do. Remember that full moons are about releasing. So on the full moon on Friday, that I really do think you have a lot of things that you're trying to let go of, but at the same time, you can't rush the decision. Eat your fucking vegetables. It's time to eat some shit made by Mother Nature. Your diet might also suck. I'm guilty of that a lot of times as well. So we need to start taking better care of our vessel, of our body, and that you might need to let go of some of these choices that are no good for you as well. What else do we need to know for the earth signs? Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. What's happening this weekend? All right, so you might be struggling with some fear of letting go of something. You could be struggling with fear of abandonment issues, depression, or feeling like you're settling, and that leaves you in a hopeless predicament. So I feel like it's time to make some better choices, walk away from what doesn't serve you. You've endured a lot. I feel like you really have your walls up super high, that you're kind of retreating to lick your wounds, and that it's like you're worried about letting go of a certain situation. And I feel like it's really kind of dragging you down. It's kind of leaving you in a place where you feel hopeless, or you feel like you have to settle, and that's not where you want to be. You want to be in a positive frame of mind. So if that's what you're dealing with, it's time to let those things go. And these things may come to the surface. It looks like, especially for Capricorn, that it's really time to let go of any sort of controversy, greed, violence, addictions, toxic relationships, codependency, or things that leave you feeling like you're stuck or trapped. It may be time to actually find a solution to these things, and part of that might be letting go. I feel like it's causing you sleepless nights, a lot of anxiety, insomnia. You're obsessing about what to do going forward. If you don't like what's going on, then you have to make better choices. Currently, you might be dealing with a period of where you feel really lazy or like you have a lot of setbacks and delays, so you don't really know what to do going forward. So the advice is that you nurture what you want to grow. You need to give yourself some empathy. You need to also be protective of your own self. I feel like you also need to start taking better care of yourself physically, and that this might be something that's a struggle for you. Maybe you don't feel like you're motivated enough to want to cook. Maybe you don't feel motivated enough to want to, like, change your appearance or to just really nurture the things that you need in life. So some self-care and some self-love is definitely going to be warranted. Let's get one more of these. What else do the earth signs need to know? That it's time to shift your perspective, that that's going to be huge for you to make some forward progress. So no more self-pity, no more doubt, no more grief, loss, or stagnation, that we've got to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and we've got to start pouring into our own cup of love before we have anything else left to give to the rest of the world. So focus on the positive. Remember that there is still something left to salvage. Don't lose hope that things can change for the better. And whatever you're thinking about right now, kind of hit the pause button and make sure that it's the right decision for you before you actually decide. Have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you back here on Monday.